Wah! It's time. Good morning. Hello, brave heroes. Welcome home. Welcome home. Come in. Come in. Make yourself comfortable. Or uncomfortable if you want. I have a pile of rocks you can sit on over there. I have pillows over there. I've got the beanbag chair. I've got a bunk bed, for those of you so inclined. Top bunk is always available. It's a magical bunk bed. And we are going to be doing a bit of quest building today using questbooklet.com, which is an online, free to use, free to build quests in, free to browse and download quests from platform, questbooklet.com. It is that easy, that simple. Do I have to take my shoes off? Take a look at those shoes. Nah. You'll be fine. Yes. Let us begin. My little stream avatars, once again. Oh, they seem to not want to work. Yeah, great. That's so great. How dare they? I guess I have to start this up before I stream. Is that what I have to do? Is that why they don't work sometimes? Let's try it one more time. I'd be very, very disappointed if they don't work. But I'm going to have to leave myself a note that says to make sure I start up streaming avatars before I start the actual stream. We can close action. Don't want to close Discord just yet. I'll be sharing my screen here very shortly. Just moving things around, getting things in their proper place. 9:10, I don't want to wait too much. Let's go ahead and change. We transition now to the stream. Let's go. Wah! Again, good morning, hello, and welcome. Ribby is here. I hope you're weathering the storm. A place for everything and everything in its place. First said by Rosie the Robot, who hasn't been invented yet in the far future. Hello, Dungeon Master. Greetings from the U.S., the Midwest of the U.S. It's so cool that my little broadcast is reaching all the way to Germany. We are going to design some quests today, hopefully more than one, and take a look at what's currently on questbooklet.com. If you'd like to go do this stuff yourself, it is free. I'll put a link actually in the description, but it's just questbooklet.com, and you may be required to make an account, but making the account is free. And you even get little things that you can customize, like your own icon, which my icon right here, as you can see in the upper right corner, is this goblin, this classic HeroQuest goblin. And good morning to Quest Booklet, who is here. Let's see, my one video is almost done processing. That doesn't seem to be affecting the stream at all, so that's good. Enjoy watching the videos. Good content. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I will try my best to continue to earn your attention. Until then, this is our front page. This is what the overview of the website looks like right now. It looks a little bit more populated than it did in the video that I did about this website. We have 3 campaigns here instead of just one. We have Grimlock the Mad, version 3 by Deathtone, and also the Believer version 3 by Deathtone. We have a total quests of 2 in the first, 2 total quests in the second. Expansions needed for this one: Keller's Keep, Return of the Witch Lord, Mage of the Mirror, and Frozen Horror. And expansions needed for the second one, just the Frozen Horror. This has been downloaded 11 times. This one's been downloaded 5 times. That is so cool. We are going to go ahead, though, and getting into design. Get into designing. We've got 2 quest books so far. We've got Monster Mash and Rise of Chaos. Rise of Chaos just has 1 quest. The Hand Eater's Lair. Rise of Chaos is actually an existing campaign that I made using HQuest Builder. So I don't know where I put them, though. I think I moved them off onto another PC because that PC is for when I'm all done back here in the studio. So instead of translating existing quest, I guess I could go to hquestbuilder.com. Actually. And copy the details over. We need to go to this. You're seeing HQuest Builder in the browser right now. This is not an HQuest Builder video, but I do want to get my quest details for the Hand Eater's Lair. And let's hide that. Here's the Hand Eater's Lair. Did I make this quest in quest booklet already in its entirety? Looks like it's listed. And ooh, it does look like it, actually. Or I was still in the midst of creating it. So Hand Eater's Lair is pretty bad. We've got we've got a lot going on here. No, I have a lot of work to do. I have a lot of work to do here to translate this quest fully over. But luckily, we can get right into that. Let's do it. Let's edit this map and get into it. I would like to be able to grab the screen and stretch it into view here for your convenience. So let's do that. Okay, you're going to see me flipping between the 2 apps while I try to get details down. So for the first room, I want to make sure I've got doors on all sides, and I want the 4 heroes to be right here. So let's grab us some heroes. Do we have heroes? No, we don't have heroes yet. So, but one thing I do need to do is add, there are some tiles here that are from different things. It's the Keller's Keep. Yeah, the cliff corridor. All right. And to make sure I put the cliff corridor here the correct way. And does it go all the way up? No, it stops just short of the top tile. There we go. Look at that. I'm using R to rotate. I was kindly told that that was going to be a lifesaver, a game changer. So I basically have my right hand on my mouse and my left hand on R. And so far, no other shortcuts. But as I get used to it and Used to using the other shortcuts. I'll definitely be ready to use them. There are small stones by the secret doors. I like them. Yeah, I like those too. I'm gonna grab the stairs now, which short stairway. Where are those exactly? At the edges, right here and right here. Okay, and then while the 4 heroes start in the center room, when you come out, there's going to be a stone here and a stone there. I've got those already. Good. I've got 2 orcs in the upper right-hand corner. They are there. I've got the secret door. I've got the door that leads into the room with the 2 orcs, the Famir, and the goblin. Let's grab that. Let's grab that Famir. Wonder if that's a bug. I went back to HeroQuest and it told me that that expansion wasn't necessary to play. Do you want to add to your requirements? Yes. You need HeroQuest to play this. Oh, I can't undo. Oh no, I can't undo. It's okay. I'm gonna put the goblin there. Actually, what happens if let's save this. Grab this. Trash it. There we go. There we go. Oh, it constantly asks me. I already know that HeroQuest is, yeah, I want HeroQuest. Yes, I'm sure. Require it, please. And I don't have access. There we go. There we go. There we go. Click the pen icon. There we go. Put that goblin back there. All right. Oh, chat. Chat. And I thought it was like racing past. Hello, Bohemius. Hello, Joe Trimble. You could use this for Monopoly. You could absolutely. You just treat the outer corridor as your path, and then each of the properties can be represented by these corner rooms and the rooms along the edges. And then you can hit the pencil. Don't call me names. I can't handle it. You're going to have a lot more tiles to walk on, aren't you? But that's okay. Just roll 4 dice instead of 2. Hello, Craig H. Good morning, Nicholas. Oh, no, I don't think that's dumb. Just got to hit the pencil. Got to hit that pencil. Got to get used to it. Let's see. Just joking about the required hero quest. Let's see. I'm gonna switch back and forth. I need a chest and I need a secret door tile. So secret door tile are to rotate right there. Yes. Chest. Got the chest facing the wrong way in the HQuest Builder map, I believe. Yeah, it's okay. If I was going to hide a chest behind a secret door, I would also make it face the wall. All right, we need a couple of gargoyles. We actually need a lot of gargoyles. 2 there, and then 2 down south of the throne. Okay, we need a secret door going into the stairwell past that, and I have a regular door for some reason right here. I don't know why that is. Let's grab the eraser tool and decimate it. There we go. Love that. Back to a secret door, which we'll have on the right here. Rotate. Okay, looking more complete by the second. Looks like the entire right side of the map is pretty well Accurately created. I'm going to need some orange traps now. To buy the property, you need to free from the monster first. Yes. The cheaper properties at the beginning of the board are guarded by goblins, and then you go on to fight orcs. And then, let's see, is it 2 sets of properties on one edge of the board and then 3 sets of properties on the other? Or is it 3 and then 4? Either way, you should have more than enough property spaces to include every single monster, and then maybe some expansion monsters as well. But if you go to jail, you're going to the Frozen Horror cell tile. Do not pass go. Do not pass wooden door. Do not pass, and do not collect 200 gold. I'm sure 100 people have made that joke or more throughout the game's existence. So I'm not doing any favors to anybody here. Let's grab some pits, throw them down. We've got one more pit here. That's in the secret room, right? Yep. Then that's all the pits we have. We have 3 falling rock traps. Falling block trap. 1 there. 1 there. And 1 there. Yeah. For a total of 6 orange traps, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. All the appropriate squares are grayed out already. I need a chest for the lower left room. And that's going to be right in the corner. Then you buy the tiles and furniture to raise rent. Yes! Yes, it works so good. It works good. You only have so many pieces of furniture, but if you have enough copies of the game, I guess you could make it work. Just place your furniture in the room and then or you do traps too. The more traps you put in a room, the more valuable the dungeon is to Zargon. Good morning, Ward Icon. Welcome home, brave hero. Cheers. I've got a little bit of coffee left. I've really been chugging it today. Orange traps, good for fighting scurvy. Yes. That's a good one. That's a good one. We've got 3 zombies in this room. The Hand Eater's Lair is more than just a quest that I wanted to make for HeroQuest. It is actually the very first of the Rise of Chaos campaign, which takes place 30 years after the final HeroQuest classic campaign, whenever that is in your character's timeline. Whenever you want that to be, doesn't matter when. But it must take place exactly 30 years after the fall of Zargon, which perhaps never happens in your timeline. But it must take place 30 years after. So, I'm going to need mummies. I'm going to need lots of mummies. And that's 1 mummy in the handy in that room and 3 below the trap. Doot. 1 more chest. 1 more chest. Right there. Yes, OG heroes. So 30 years after the OG heroes. The whole idea is to kind of be meta a little bit and say that, since there was a revival, something like 20 years later, 30 years later, we're coming up on it, but I just say 30 because it sounds better than 27 years after the fall. So 30 years after the fall of the big bad and the OG heroes win and the Empire wins, whatever the costs may be, every party is going to have their own story, their own lore. And that's the way that it should be. It should be as open as vague as possible. There would be no references to specific heroes having completed the campaign. It would just be a group of very heroic individuals who bonded, who came together to destroy the evil forces of Zargon. That goes down in legend, and a lot of us remember it like it was yesterday. And especially the older folks, they remember. Those who were old enough to be children during that time remember the celebrations and the stories and the ceremonies that took place for whoever may have survived. We're not even writing lore that anybody necessarily survived or not. We're just leaving that totally open to every party and every table's interpretation. But it's been 30 years. And a lot of the younger folk, they never experienced it. This whole, before you were born, long ago, in Dad's time, there was chaos. And now, there are reports, there are rumors. I went over this a little bit in probably a few times in different places, but the one place that I remember talking about this lore was in a video with Jordan Sorcery. The video in which I interview and play HeroQuest with him, I explain the plot details of this campaign. It's been 30 years, and we know that there have been no appearances, no reports, no anything of Zargon. It seems he has been laid low. The organized attempts from the Chaos Empire and the Chaos Warriors, they've all but stopped. They become smaller bands. The orcs don't have first world style leaders. They don't have anybody. They have essentially little uprisings here and there, little upstarts. The goblins have taken over this local cave. Orcs getting pretty close to that village, but as soon as the knights show up, they split. They don't hang around. They're a thorn kind of in the Empire's side, but they are not a threat the way they were. And there have been reports of meetings, reports of things happening that people haven't seen in a long time. There are gatherings in the cemeteries. Children in villages have begun to spread stories. You know how these kids' stories are. The boy who cried wolf. But the things that they're saying are very peculiar. They're saying they've seen bodies rising from the dirt, shambling around, disappearing into the woods. On their own, these stories don't really have much merit. They're just the fancies of people who are bored with their farm tasks, their humdrum life. And more often than not, they would be shut down by anybody with any sort of authority. But the frequency and the myriad of locations from which they originate are, well, they're a bit concerning. The Empire has decided to put out some flyers, and any group of heroes who want to come together and investigate, we'll throw some coins at you. We've got coins, economy's doing good, things are fine. Little Timmy, 6 villages over, said he spotted an ogre. People don't spot ogres, Timmy. You probably heard your grandpa tell a story that, and so, they subconsciously are gatekeeping all of the, I have a door I'm missing one door, right? Oh no, I'm not missing a door. That's actually correct. Everything is correct, except for the placement of that door right there. So we get a band of adventurers together, and they go in and they decide, you know what, we got this. We can do this. Let's have some fun with it. We've got maybe it's a knight and an elf and a dwarf and a rogue, or it could be a rogue, a warlock, a druid, a barbarian. It could be a barbarian and a knight and a wizard. It doesn't matter what the configuration is, because this can be any party. This can be any table. This can be any group of heroes who want to come together, because the lore begins now. The party of heroes decides to sign up to become an officially recognized Empire party, which is a certification that the Empire grants to bands of adventurers. And the reason they do that is because we don't want to get large groups of people running around with swords and such. Everything needs to be sort of civilized. It needs to be controlled. You have to have licenses. There's a little bit of red tape nowadays. To be able to run around as an adventuring party means you are a dangerous force. Well, you need the, as much as I'd love for you to test the back button unsaved fix, I suggest you save. Okay, real quick, just to go ahead and test that anyway, let's grab 4 orcs, throw them in the center, and then go back. Leave site, changes you made may not be saved. Let's leave and then go back into it. I don't care if the 4 orcs are missing. There we go. Everything's fine. I hit the back button. I got the warning. That's great. I'm not going to lose out on my data if I get that warning and I follow it. But this quest is essentially done as far as map design goes. Top left quadrant, secret door missing. Let's take a look. Top left quadrant. There is, oh yeah. I didn't save that. I don't think I even put it down. Thank you for that catch. We need a regular door, and it needs to be right under the falling rock. Yes. All right. So our group of heroes goes into a tavern, which is where you can register. It's an officially recognized tavern. One of the points that the Empire has given their, what's it called? Oh, hold on. Accredited. Yeah, okay. The tavern's been accredited. I know all this sounds nonsensical, but it's what I'm going with. And then the heroes finish the sign-up process. They're ready to leave. They're going to go tackle the quest board. They're going to take on their first investigation when a figure beckons to them from one of the tables. A hooded figure. They seem pretty urgent. And the figure comes over. The questers come over to the table, annoyed. They want to get on the road. They want to get going. The figure bids them to sit down. You can't see the figure's face. And the voice that they hear is that of an old man. A letter of marque. That's probably exactly... It is the exact same concept. Honestly. So if you get stopped by somebody of legal authority and they're like, you're looking really suspicious, you've got a warlock, you've got magical users, can I see some ID? You pull out the letter of marque and they're like, oh, okay, you're one of those adventuring parties. Yeah, okay, go get slaughtered in a cave, it's fine. We need bee emotes to have them flutter over ash. Why? Why do we need bees? Why do I need bees? I don't want to eat bees. So the old man beckons. You sit down, and he tells you in an ancient voice that once upon a time there was an evil that flooded the land. The evil of Sargon. Maybe the adventuring party laughs. Sargon's a myth. I don't even. One of your adventuring parties I don't even think Sargon existed. I think that was what Big Empire wanted us to believe so they could get the additional funding that they needed to have. And they went on and on. What he is doing is profiling. They should leave us alone. I'm sorry. Do you think all orcs are bad? This orc is a bard. You're profiling. That's amazing. One of your adventuring parties like Zargon never existed. That was just propaganda. Another one of your adventuring party is, no, I think he existed. My grandpa tells tales, and my uncle does too. And another one of your adventurers is like, actually, my father took place in the final fight. It could be any number of these things because, again, these characters are the characters that your players have created to immerse themselves in this game system. But the figure behind the robe, whose face you cannot see, pulls out a book, lays it out. And the text on the book says Lore Tome. Well, he opens the book, close to the very last page, and he says that this book contains all of the knowledge of the world, but as the pages turn, as you get closer to the end, you see a history sort of unfold, and that history included the fall of Zargon. And it was on the very last page that Lore Tome, this supposed, alleged magical book, specifies that 4 new heroes will be needed in a time that Lore Tome cannot reach, in a time where a threat greater than Zargon emerges. And on that last page, there is, in magic ink, an illustration of the 4 heroes now sitting at the table. The figure tells you, leave the quest board alone. You have a greater destiny. And that greater destiny is not wrote down in the quest notes because I'm an idiot. I thought I did that. Did I not do that? But I never wrote down the intro for the Hand Eater's Lair. Oh, by the way, this is strange. But I took away the text on Goblin, and it's back when I reload the map. Why would that be? Let's edit this Goblin. No, he doesn't have an... Oh, show name is set to true. Let's set it to false. And save. It persisted beyond my deletion of the Goblin. Oh, there's a freaking door in front of him now. Let's fix that. Set him back down. Okay, we'll save that. Okay, I think that's everything. And anyone ever use a Santa beard for playing Mentor? I think Kurgan wears a Santa beard every time he's on camera. I think he probably walked around the entirety of the Gen Con floor wearing the Santa beard. So this is the beginning of the Rise of Chaos. It feels good to get it back through in the old brain veins and talk about it a little bit. You're sent off to something called the Hand Eater's Lair. The Hand Eater is a troll, and we don't make it all the way through this. We don't actually end up fighting the troll. We get through the game system enemies, lots of them, and your new heroes learn how they need to work together. Does the Hand Eater ever have to be careful of his own hands when eating? I don't know if the Hand Eater actually has hands, to be honest. Quest Note A. I don't even have a Quest Note A in my original map. So from this point on, we've actually done more for this campaign, this quest anyway, than we have in Age Quest Builder. Let us put some notes down. So we're looking... Oh, crap. My upper right room. Oh, I put the door in the wrong place. Oh, I put this in the wrong place. Give me just 1 second. Give me 1 second. Can I click and drag stuff? No? No. Can't seem to do that. No? Okay. No hands, just a prosthetic knife and fork. Okay, where did I put that exactly? The rock tile, the chest, and okay. I got it. It's a blocked square, gonna be right there. Secret door at the very edge. Let's delete those. We need pathing. We need floor. Floor here, floor here. Now we need a secret door here. Rotate. And we need a chest. Rotate. There we go. Lovely. Now we can save that. And I think we've got to grab the A now and start clicking on things. What happened? So, okay, that's interesting. We have, if I click the note icon, oh, it's working now. Hand to note, no, it's working now. It's all working. I clicked the note icon and it did not work. Maybe if let me sit down to the floor, go back to notes. Nope, it still works. I found a bug, but I can't replicate it. I'm trying to replicate it. You saw it, but I can't get it to do it again. Hey, Benjamin, happy holidays. Welcome to the stream. And also, hello to John Hutchinruther. Welcome to the stream. Good morning. I read your message, but I did not acknowledge the name. After save, okay. Well, it's okay. I won't try to replicate it. We need to discover here where the heroes need to go to find the rune. In this campaign, every quest has 2 runes. The runes are sort of like a buy system, a second currency to gold. And of course, people who want to homebrew stuff can make it to where you can have the runes buy artifacts or whatever. The reason that there are 2 runes in every map is because you're going to come across a rune that is very easy to find, something that's kind of tied into the main objectives, or is in a chest in a room that you're definitely going to have to pass through to complete the quest. And there's going to be a rune that's much more difficult to find, something that is only available if you have the strength, time, and inclination to further explore the map. So the first chest where you might find such a rune would be, let's see. There's a lot to the Hand Eater's Lair, is there not? This would be the secret rune, and this would be the rune that you would come across that is easier to find, because you have to come into this hallway to finish the quest, because the objective is here in this room. This secret door is not findable from the other side. It's only findable in this room, but I think this is where I placed the Hand Eater. I did say earlier that we don't fight the Hand Eater, but I think that this is where he actually goes. So, note 21 is the ID. Type is A. Let's update the text. A. In this chest, the heroes will find one, what did I call that? Mysterious room. We'll find a mysterious rune. Add this to your character sheet. Let's change this wording. The first hero to search this chest will find a mysterious rune. Add this to your character sheet. Save that. Much well pronounced. Thank you. I'm glad I could. Usually I butcher people's names, so I'm glad that I could pronounce that well enough. All right, we have. I want to put a new note down. It stays on A, so I'm going to sit that down, and then I'll change the type to B. And then we'll update the text. Han O'Dollar, good day and well met, sir. Welcome and good morning from the Midwest of the U.S. Glad you could make it. We're making a quest using questbooklet.com. It's totally free to use. You can make your own quests. You can collect them into campaigns, create your own quest booklets, and you can present them to the world. All free, all free. I don't know how Quest Booklet is planning on making money, but so far, all free. B. This is going to have the exact same description. The first hero to search this chest will find a mysterious rune. Add this to your character sheet. I like the 80s icons. Quite beautiful. Good afternoon from Ireland. I'm not. It's for the community. No money. No money to be made. That's very noble. You should at the very least have... You do have a link to your Patreons. I do want to point people out to that. You click up here. It's above the map editor, which my screen's stretched out so you can't see it. But if I click on it, right up above, you've got YouTube, Patreon, Discord, and Twitter. You can support Quest Booklet in all of these ways. Let's go to the Patreon real quick. And that takes you to questbooklet.com's Patreon page, which now you're not missing any information. You can show your support for $3 a month. I think that's a fine way to support it. Help pay for those server fees and all of that good stuff. Upkeep, maintenance, hosting. So, the troll will be in this room. We need to put the letter C. The letter C. This quest is brought to you by the letter C. C is for troll. C-H-R-O-L-L. Troll. Let's update the text. C. This is the hand eater. A vile troll. Its stats are as follows. Tab. Oh, tab goes right over to the space. Body points. Space. Mind points. Space. DD. Space. AD, and then DD actually. AD. DD. Movement. Don't forget movement. Ash. That was space. MV. Movement is 6. Not that it's going to be moving very much. Space. Body points are 4. Space. Mind points are 2. Space. Attack dice is 3. Space. Defense dice is 3. He's not vile. He's just misunderstood. I think you're right. Nobody understands him and why he eats hands. seems valid. I'll allow it. This is a pretty simple quest. There's not a whole lot going on here. So we do need to have the text updated that describes what happens if the hand eater is defeated. That's just so tasty. You're awfully spacey this morning? Well, good luck with that. There's a lot of, there's something going around. It might be in the Discord. Did you catch Ribby's virus? Does the troll regenerate? Not this troll. This is the beginning troll. But if he is merely misunderstood, would that mean the mysterious figure is Morcar, inheritor of Zircon's throne, using heroes to assassinate mentors' resources? We'll get there. We'll get there. Oh, the space. Joke went right over my head. Maybe it's me who's spacey. My bad. I'm always spacey. I don't always hit the space key, but I'm always spacing out. I'm gonna let you modify the monster stats in the map editor in the monster properties box, and then on the notes use a keyword like $snotrag, and it would show that states the correct way. That would be pretty cool. That would be really cool. Yeah, so have it like markup or markdown formatting, and then like if somebody just uses the little string icon here, snotrag, then boom, automatically generate. That's a lovely idea. I like that. Ribby's contagious. Wah! What happens if the druid in bear form bites the hand eater? It's not contagious. I mean, I guess that makes the druid the hand eater eater. And then if you beat the druid in combat, you then earn the title Hand Eater Eater Beater. If the druid beats the hand eater in combat, the druid becomes the hand eater beater. And then if you defeat the druid in combat after that, you earn the title Hand Eater Beater Beater. And then if you take a bite of the... Okay. I was at a Renaissance fair once, and this lady in a fairy costume was going around picking on people, tipping their hats and stuff. And she came into a shop, and somebody bought something. I can't remember what it was. The shop sold a product, and she came in and asked if she could be allowed to charge like $5 to put it on for them, or it was some kind of accessory. And then the shop owner was like, yeah, that'd be fine. And the customer was like, oh yeah, I'd love that actually, thank you. So she worked on that stuff for the customer, and I can't remember what it was. It was some piece of jewelry or accessory or something. And while she did it, she was reciting this very silly little poem talking about a bunch of beetles getting in the batter, and then it's beetle batter, and then if the beetles in the batter have a battle, it becomes a beetle batter battle. And she went on. There were like 10 different iterations, and she just ended up with this tongue twister. I can't even remember it. I wish I could. It was charming. Say, bite the hand it feeds. I'd have gotten the crud done and over with before traveling back for Christmas. Partner's family. Very good. Glad. That's worth a cheers. I'll cheers to that. I'm glad you got over it before. With apologies to anybody who still has it. Ugh. I've probably talked about it before, but if the hand eater is defeated, the quest is won. The heroes will be rewarded, and I'll likely change the wording on this, will be rewarded with 100 GP, 100 gold pieces. Let's spell it out. It's more classy to spell it out. It's more video game convention to abbreviate it. All right. for all intents and purposes, this quest is serviceable. I may go back and polish the notes. I might decide to add a quest note D. I don't really want to make it too challenging, though. I say, as I look at these 4 gargoyles, 4 gargoyles is a lot. I don't think I originally wanted to have 4 gargoyles in this, I think is the issue. There has to be another reason why I had gargoyles on the stairs. Let's take them off. And then let's count monsters. We've got 3 zombies, we've got 4 mummies. We could make this accessible to, well, it need not necessarily be accessible to game system enjoyers, but if I take away this, where's the origin tile? There it is. If I take away the side and I take away the stairs, then we don't need to have Keller's Keep. If I take away 1 of the zombies and 2 of the mummies, then we don't need to have Return of the Witch Lord. Do I have the required amount of greenskins? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 goblins. That's fine. We have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 orcs. So that's actually fine too, and I can place skeletons where I had the gargoyles. So that, my friends, makes this accessible to anybody who has the game system. Yeah, definitely got to save it. Definitely. Once in a LARP, we all broke into the Goblin March song for like 40 minutes while a golem blocked our doorway in a dynamic pose. We had a lot of more fun than needed. Keeping count in the background, just am not showing anything to let the user know. A visual indicator exists in heroquest builder. The which I'm gonna go. I had a reason for that though. When I was designing, I probably designed this in a previous live stream showing off heroquest builder, and I probably had a reason for the gargoyles specifically. I think I was substituting the gargoyles for one of my new campaign monsters, which Rise of Chaos uses skinks and lizard men. So it may be that I was going to have the lizards in this one. At that time, I was not using custom icons. In fact, I don't have any homebrew icons in my heroquest builder, which I need to change that. Let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and grab my screen and shrink it back down. Zoom out, rather. Takes a ridiculous amount of effort. There we go. Lock that screen capture in place. And then transition. The visual indicator on heroquest builder, which probably everybody knows already, but I just wanted to point it out, is these icons are nice and darkened. And when you've used the limit with the game system, they will sort of gray out. This does not prohibit you from using them. It is just an indicator to let you know that you've used all that would be physically available of that particular model. If you go and add expansions to your stuff, I believe just by hitting the button, yeah, you now get a lovely number of how many more you're allowed to have before it turns gray again. So you would be able to place all of these orcs, all of your extra expansion orcs, and then as soon as it goes gray again, you know that you've used the game system orcs and the orcs in the expansion, and so on. This is the same for all of these other monsters. Then the other monsters that are specific to expansions are in their expansion pages, and they too turn gray or grayer. They become less saturated of a green color whenever you've used that limit. And fun thing about like the frozen horror is hold on a second. No, never mind. This is all normal. This is all normal. You could, if you wanted to, substitute whatever monster you want for whatever other monster. I mean, in the game system, it tells you to substitute with monster of same color. In the expansions, it says to substitute with monster of similar strength. I think they word it. So, but you could do whatever you want. You can put letters next to the monster icons to let them know. Could use letter icons, as the letter can stand for all non-standard monsters like the troll. Yes, that is 100% correct. And actually, we could use the this to our advantage. Let's go ahead and put. I want to put a Famir monster here. That's how I was going to represent the troll. Show name true, and then the name is Hand Eater. Actually, I'm going to move the Famir over here. Whoopsie daisy. So that the name can be displayed in its entirety. And finally, I would like to have a throne right here. Maybe not right there. Maybe just to the left. Right there. So now that's really tiny on my stream screen. I'm sorry. But when you enter, you'll see the Hand Eater's name next to the monster icon of the Famir model. And did the stairs and ledge disappear? I did that. I deleted them to make this perfectly accessible to just game system owners. I'm not seeing anything that would prohibit somebody who just owns the game system from playing. Oh, the second stairway probably is, though. Second stairway needs to go. So we'll do that real quick. I don't know. I guess this was the exit to the level or something previously. I don't remember what my line of thinking was there, but let's get rid of that. And then while we're at it, let's get rid of that secret door, since I don't want to have a secret door lead into... yes, I do. I do want a secret door to lead in there. Because for no other reason than to give this a... It happened again. It happened again. I put a secret door down. I've clicked quest notes, but I do not have a quest note on my cursor. Let's see if I can replicate that bug again. Click the pencil icon. Click quest notes. I have access to it. There are no worries. We delete those quest notes. We go back to the pencil icon. We put a secret door down. Quest note. I have access to it. It's the door shortcut, isn't it? Is that it? Secret. Rotate, rotate, rotate. Place. Quest note. That's it. That's it. I can replicate the bug. There you go. Found it. Found it. I hit R to rotate. And then when I go click the quest note, I don't get the text. Let's see, is it anything at all? Regular? No, hold on a second. It's like bookshelf, rotate, go click quest note. That's what it is. If you hit R before you hit that quest note, R does something. Yeah, I hope you find it. I hope you squash that bug. That was very fulfilling. That was extremely rewarding. Man, if I get nothing else done in this stream, I'll feel pretty good about that. All right, so this is a lore room. We want the secret door to be right here. It's not just the secret door, though. I also want a cupboard. We'll put the cupboard here, and then we'll click on quest notes, throw that down there. This is quest note D, and the text is... actually, it's going to be quest note C. I'm going to change what is currently C to quest note D, because it makes more sense to have the objective be the final quest note in the quest. So, I thought that was Totoro Ash with static X beard. I was wrong. What? Where are you? Totoro Ash with static X beard. Matt McNett, $4.99. You just saved me hours tonight. Don't worry about it. Okay, we can heart that. Thank you so much for the lovely donation. It's my pleasure. I love bug fix. If I can replicate and fix a bug, I love that stuff. Pleasure is all mine, but thank you all the same. Thank you very much. The Discord picture. Oh, okay. So now, see. When you walk into this room, the smell of rot and decay hits. Cleric Kigurumi Ash isn't real. He can't hurt you. Oh God, I got you. Okay. Yeah, Cleric Kigurumi Ash is just a myth. Don't worry about it. It's not real. Totoro with static X beard. The smell of rotten decay. Change the wording already. This room is fouled with the stench of rot and decay. If a hero searches the shelf, they will only find hands. They will only find what look like severed hands being kept in jars. So we have to maybe talk a little bit about chest feature searching versus room searching, but for the most part, this shouldn't be a complication. So we're going to update that one to a D, click that one, and update that to a C. That was really easy to do. We're going to save our map. Stench of rot and decay. Pickled fingers. Got all kinds in here. We've got dill spears. We've got kosher. We've got what are the ones they sell in the single packs that are just enormous? That you can get at like gas stations. But it's a giant finger. That's enough of that. We have made a quest I'm happy with. We have lore in between these quests that I would like to cover. So using minimal quest notes will allow me to do a couple of things. One, I can use the entire right side to describe the end of the quest and what happens before the beginning of the next quest. So I will do that. And I guess I might as well do it on stream, or I'm never going to finish it ever in the future. When the heroes return to the tavern to tell the hooded figure of their success, he is nowhere to be seen. The tavern owner, the barkeep, the bottom corner chest, save. Let's take a look at that. You're right, there's no letter next to that. So we're going to make that letter D. You're absolutely right. I'll make the hand eater's note letter E. And then we'll put a D right here. And we'll update the text. Hand eater's going to be E. And quest note D. The hero who searches this room will find nothing in the chest. And there we go. Got those keen Zargon eyes. Well done. Well done. Noodlemans. Hey Ash, first time on your chat. Love your channel. Love HeroQuest. Thanks, man. Thank you. Thank you for joining. Thank you for the kind words and for your support. Oh, gloves. All right. You know what, Bohemius? I love that idea. The hero who searches this chest finds what appear to be mismatched, unwearable, bloodied gloves. Dozens. The hero who searches this chest finds what appears to be dozens of mismatched, unwearable, bloodied gloves. A good place to buy gloves, secondhand. Nice. Gloves are just a 5-pack of sausage casings. I couldn't agree more. This is fantastic for the table, evidently. Everybody's going to have hand jokes. You know what? I'm going to make it my goal to make sure that every quest has this sort of flavor to it. Every quest has the potential to give your people at the table something to kind of laugh and joke about. And when everybody has got their guard down, I don't own rubber gloves. I rent with an option to buy. That's horrifying. We can't keep handing out these puns. Yes, exactly. It's serendipitous. I love it. With the heroes return to the tavern to tell the hood figure their success, he is nowhere to be seen. The barkeep slips them a note. That old man said to give this to you when you returned. The note has a drawn map of what looks like a shrouded woodland area. Well, a shrouded area and many trees. one of the heroes recognizes it as a meeting spot just west of the village. Collecting your payment. You agree to continue following this strange, mysterious figure for now. And we'll save that. It's an offhand comment. Just got my own Space Crusade just in time for Christmas by mail, and also Dark World, mostly empty. Lovely minis in Dark World. Totally agree. It's sad that it was mostly empty. So Dark World, lovely little game system, lovely little one-shot quest. You've got variations for I think 2 other quests you can do, or it's the same quest but 2 different versions of it in the book suggested. So like your replayableness will go down, and the way that the board is built, you've really only got like 1 path to take each time. But I highly recommend getting Village of Fear. Village of Fear is an awesome expansion to Dark World. If you can get Dragon's Gate, get Dragon's Gate as well. You'll probably have an easier time finding that in the UK or in Europe in general. It is damn near impossible to get, but you can find it. You can find it. Eventually you will get it. It's probably less fun than Dark World itself, but if you manage to get all 3 parts of this, you can play one epic campaign. You start by playing Dragon's Gate. When you finish Dragon's Gate, which doesn't take long because it's a very small board. It's a very small board. Dragon's Gate, the Dark World expansion. Dragon's Gate, the Dark World expansion. It's a very small board. It's not worth the price or anything at all. But if you finish it, you'll move into the Village of Fear. And that board is about twice the size of Dragon's Gate. And both of these boards together are probably the same size as the Dark World board. But you're meant to play them by finishing Dragon's Gate, then playing Village of Fear, then moving over into Dark World. What's the actual name for it? It's like the Castle of Doom, something like that. And that will give you a really fun take on the whole experience. Every Dark World game and expansion has 4 heroes it comes with. So there are 4 different heroes. So if you get all 3, you end up with 12. And my gaming table has played all 3 of these, but never in the same session, never all together. So I wanted to play a game where you pick which heroes you want, and each of the hero players, if there are 4 hero players, they will all have 3 heroes each, and they can only use 1 at a time. And the heroes begin in Dragon's Gate, and you use the same heroes when you complete Dragon's Gate and go into Village of Fear. You use your same heroes. But if any of the heroes die, they have to use their second hero. And if their second hero dies, you move on to use your third hero. And if your third hero dies, you cannot play anymore. You effectively lose. Or I suppose to keep the game going, one of the other players can give up one of their heroes, so you can still have 3 heroes. But it's that adventuring party of 12 heroes, just in groups of 4, until you reach the end. Dragon's Gate and Village of Fear and Dark World, they all have the same one detail where after you damn it, Steam, after you get to about the halfway point, it's a point of no return. If your heroes die before that, they are simply revived and they can still play. But after you cross that midway point, you cannot come back with a new hero. You have to beat the boss of that expansion or that game. And any heroes that die doing so stay dead. They're out of the game. And so your chances to win are decreasing with each death. But I think I would change that a little bit just for the 12 hero campaign. But it can be a lot of fun, and Village of Fear is really, really fun. Village of Fear is really cool. It plays a little bit differently almost every time you play it. You don't have to complete the objectives in the same order, and you can place your monsters in different places, and I think it's a good experience, good game. Terrible instruction booklet, but once you learn how to play it, you won't need that. Let's see here. Sorry for that tangent. For your book's cover image, since you can't upload your own, I suggest using the hazard pit on the left, gem on the right. It looks like a severed hand on the floor next to a severed foot. Let's do that. Let's save this. I pretty much got everything I needed out of this quest. So let's go back to... and there's my completed quest. I still need to, the prologue and the Wandering Monster. Wandering Monster, we're just going to do a goblin for now. We're making things pretty easy, pretty accessible. The prologue, I could definitely change the prologue. The adventuring party finishes listening to the mysterious figure's tale. I'm going to probably type a little bit more than the quest notes should allow. I'm going to see what it looks like when I just go ham. This doesn't sound as rewarding as the quests on the board, says one of the party. I don't want to specify what the role is. But let's do this one. If there really is a troll eating hands. Oh, actually, all of that should be covered in this. The introduction to it. Okay. I'm a bit picky when I write things. Just to let you know. Probably a given. You probably know that already. You know what? Let's do that. Let's just fill this thing up with words. Let's put some spaces in there because I know it's going to have to format based on some space. Ah, crap. Let's just save that. It's fine. I'll come back to that. Just finished up the HeroQuest box set paint-wise. Thank God that's over and done with. Congratulations on finishing it. That guy in the sky, and welcome to the stream. And the reason I kind of checked out there... Is there a save button here, or is it already saved? Is this already saved? All right, thank you. Thank you. Let's go back to Rise of Chaos. I need to get serious with all this stuff, but Then when I click this, all that's there. And then we click download, and we'll download it on Letter, and it'll save as a PDF on the downloads folder. And then we can just open that right up. There it is. We've still got the BR showing up, but I know that that's something you're aware of already. I love the text at the bottom, the font used here. That's great. All of my stuff fits beautifully in the quest notes. None of that it's pushed down a little bit because of the prologue text, but I mean, that's a reasonable amount of prologue text, even though it's nonsensical. If I put stuff that makes sense, I'll likely have the same amount of space that I'm taking up. So this is a beautiful indication that this is going to be a successful quest once it's done. Successful in my opinion. All right, so you made a recommendation for my quest book cover image. Let's take a look here. Left image. Ah, cool. All right. Let's see here. We have all of these images. You said you recommended, let's scroll up over there, Hazard Pit Gem. It's be under traps. No, it'd be under treasure. Hazard Pit, because it's part of the treasure deck. Oh, I see. That's clever. That's so clever. I didn't know that's how you were doing that. That is so clever. The images look like they're supposed to go together when you do that. That's so cool. So that'd be a great image if it was just the quest about the Hand Eater, but the Rise of Chaos is a series of events that convince your heroes that something is continuing Zargon's work and has been laying in rest for the last 30 years, building power to unimaginable heights. So we're going to be looking at a series of quests that has your heroes venturing into territory that was previously considered harmless, actually nesting grounds for horrible things. Races that were once considered allied or neutral that have turned out to be influenced by the dark touch of chaos and ultimately culminate in Descent of Dragons, which is the second campaign. I recommend playing around with it. You can get some unique I will. That's so cool. That is really, really cool. I am hyped over that. So guys, thank you so much for joining me on the stream. It is 10:30 here, local time, which means it's time for me to go for now. This was a really nice stream. I enjoyed this very much. I found a bug. I was able to design a quest using Quest booklet. Oh, man, I didn't even have any sound playing. I don't know why it subjected my ears to that torture. They're going to be all red now. And let's see, what is this coming Wednesday, the 27th? I may or may not have a stream. I'm not sure yet. It's likely, because I'm not going to have anything going on. That's all post-Christmas, but we'll see. We'll see. And Tome Tuesday got totally wrecked because of the Avalon Hill posting on Twitter. That's not Avalon Hill's fault or Hasbro's fault. It's my fault because I prioritized that, and it just made more sense to leave that video alone. I'm going to grab my mind just went blank. What am I grabbing? Video. The video for Tome Tuesday was recorded, but now I can't post it because it's not Tuesday. I'm going to grab the video, which here's the physical representation of the video, I guess is where my mind was going. I'm just going to take it in my hands, and I'm going to insert it into next Tuesday. So that's a good thing, though, because it gives me time to update the art for the thumbnail that was so kindly provided by Jason ate pancakes for lunch, who is doing a fantastic job sending me fan art of the main character of that playthrough. Okay, running through here, catching up with comments. That's a suggestion, Dev. It's a great suggestion. Please play around with this image generator. That's so cool. That is so clever. I had no idea that that's how that worked. Maybe you could even get it to where it can let you do 3 images or 4 in a square. Don't take those suggestions seriously, but maybe it's something to think about in the far, far future. 2 is perfectly fine, though. Ash, your dulcet tones and my doom scrolling of the Discord is not getting my housework done. I apologize. Just wait until I do the wizard who cures you of your chaos after you come through the chaos portal ASMR video. Oh no, it can't be the end. It is the end. It's the end of the quest. The end. Happy holidays, Nicholas. Thank you very much for your well wishes. Pansar86, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to you as well. I'm not trapped in a onesie. I was able to remove myself. Thankfully, the cleric outfit does not have like the footsies. It just comes down like a skirt or dress type deal. Robe, I guess, should have been the first word I used. Oh well, who cares? And I was able to shamble out of it at some point, which, trust me, after about an hour in there, it starts to become a sauna. So it's very comfortable and very, very nice for the cold weather, but you can't fall asleep in it. Thanks for the support. If anyone else plays and finds bugs, please let me know in the Discord. Yes, Quest Booklet does have a Discord, very easily accessible right in the upper left-hand corner, linked on questbooklet.com. Have a great rest of your day. I thought about posting that video and saying it was Tuesday somewhere. GA, welcome to the stream. Thank you for joining. You'll have to catch the VOD now. 8 pancakes for lunch makes a surprise appearance. Lurking. The pancakes are always watching. No feeling could give me greater comfort, though. Guys, thank you very much again. I will see you in the next one. Must go, so until then, have a fantastic rest of your week and or day. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Blessed Yule if you celebrate, and or Kwanzaa. And bye for now.